Good morning, you guys. I am excited today about something. It's raining. There are seasons here, and we are in the middle of the dry season. It has not rained here for about 3 months. This morning at 1 a.m., it started pouring rain. It has rained actually pretty hard. It has put a lot of water on the ground, and it's still coming and going. You can see the skies are still dark, but it is supposed to stop at about 3 p.m. A rain event like this in the middle of the dry season triggers the amphibians to come out in force. They're vocalizing, they're breeding, which in turn hopefully brings out predators, and the whole forest can just basically erupt into this chaos. I am hoping that that is the case today. Our batteries are charged, our memory cards are cleared and ready to rock. We're ready to go. We're just gonna watch the clock, let the time go by, and when it starts to get dark, we are headed out there. Okay, you guys, we are headed out on the ATV. I could hear the toads calling already from our balcony, and then of course you saw the toads sitting right there in the road. So we are going to scoot on out to our favorite spots that are holding water, because that is where we think we're going to find all the frogs and toads. And we will find out in a little bit. It is actually quite cold. It's dipped about 10 degrees, 15 degrees from normal. But I don't think the frogs or the toads are going to care. So let's go check it out. I just saw something back here. I need a hook. Oh man, I don't think I can get this one. Okay, so this is a boiga cyanea, another green cat snake, although this one is a small adult and it's already turned green. It looks like a girl. Yes, it is a girl, and it's quite thick. I'd like to palpate and see if maybe it's gravid. I don't know. But man, this one's got some nice body weight to it. No, I don't feel anything. Just a very well-fed animal. Very stout. So that's pretty cool, herping from the ATV. I guess if you go slow enough, you may spot stuff. So there you have it. And this is actually the Cyanea Road that we keep going up and down. So, not a baby this time though. So I'm gonna let this one head back up. guys, so lucky tonight. A banded crate. I love these guys. These guys are so cool. We've done a bunch of videos on these before. They are different daytime than nighttime. Nighttime, they're a little bit more jumpy. They're nocturnal, so very, very unpredictable. This one looks like it's sort of hunting. Yeah, see, they're just like super jumpy. But this is prime habitat. We have rice farm behind me, right here on the other side of the berm, and then there's rice farm there on the back side of that other berm. And this in the middle here is basically a canal. So the rain today has brought out some interesting creatures, of course. That's why we are out here. But super, super cool. I don't even know if I want to mess with it that much, although I do want to take a nice photograph with it. But let's see. I want to see the tail. These guys always, for some reason, have these kind of stubbed out tails. I don't know what that's all about. It's not bad. This particular one is, it is kind of stubbed out. It looks like a female based on the shape of the tail taper. Yeah, it looks like a female. They get along pretty good when they want to. I don't like these short little grabbers. It's all I could fit in my luggage. What I'm trying to do right now is feel for eggs, because it's a female. Wow, I actually feel eggs, you guys. I think I counted 6 lumps. That is pretty crazy. The reproductive stuff with these guys, there's not a lot of like really good, accurate data, but I did some research before, and I believe they said that eggs were laid and hatching around May or so. So that is kind of going along the lines of the timeline, being that this is now February. So I don't know how long eggs take to incubate and all that sort of stuff, but that is really cool. So it's a gravid female, but she's in the very early stages of development. So that is actually really interesting. And I'm tempted to take her back to the house and get a little research in as far as egg deposition and how long it takes for eggs to incubate. It would actually be really interesting for me. So anyway, you guys, super stoked. Banded crate. I'll figure out what I'm going to do later, and I'll share, of course, all the information, whatever I come up with. But very, very cool, very interesting. Okay, you guys, I palpated her one more time to get a second opinion. I felt 6 but follicles. They didn't feel that they were big enough to be actually fertilized eggs. She may have been bred already by a male, but again, the follicles are very small. So I am going to leave her out here and she can go ahead about her reproductive business. We're here for a long time. I'm hoping for many more opportunities to do some work with these crates, and it's a little bit early, I think, for breeding season, so I think there's a very good chance that maybe at some point I'll be able to come across a banded crate that is much further along in development, because I'd really like to get some data. I think it would be really interesting to find out exactly kind of what's going on reproductive speaking with the banded crates. So anyway, we're gonna let her go. She can go off on about her business, and there's more to come, you guys, I'm sure. I'm stoked though. Banded crate, one of my favorites out here. Okay, you guys, so we just got back from a walk. We get back to the house and we find a yellow striped Sicilian in our front yard of all places. It rained yesterday really hard, and these typically will come out after the rain. This is actually an amphibian. It looks more like a worm than anything else. A lot of times it's mistaken for a snake, but it is actually an amphibian. They spend most of their life underground or in the ground, and they basically just hunt for invertebrates. So they're eating worms and other types of larvae and whatever they can find as they root through the dirt. So that's pretty crazy that we just spent more than an hour walking around, and in our front yard we find a yellow striped Sicilian. That's pretty wild. So we are just going to leave it be, let it burrow back into the moist soil here and do its thing. Certainly don't mind having this on our property. Pretty wild looking. So that is going to conclude our night. Going to move it into some more moist soil.